everyone, in this video I have a junk journal process to share with you. Now that I have my little Etsy shop and a big part of that is my junk journals that I make and junk journaling kits, I thought it only appropriate to start sharing my junk journal creative processes on my YouTube channel. So I'm just starting off here showing you this little journal that I've made myself. So this one is obviously for me, this one is not for sale. This one I've created very much in my own personal style, like it's very, very floral but darkish floral, so a little hint of gothic alternativeness in there, and just some other pretty bits I found lying around for my little journal there. I'm also showing you here my first printable set, which is now up on the Etsy store. This one is antique book cover pages. Most of them are from about 1760, so they're all religious texts, because at that kind of time that's what most books were. This is just the first set, though there are many more to come. I am working on them, but I've just chosen a page there which is, in old books like that, they often had like a title page that said "to the king" because they dedicated their text to the king. It says, you know, "I humbly bequeath you my text that I have written," yada yada yada. I think it looks kind of cool, so I'm using that for this little spread, or there's two spreads I actually do in this video. So this first one, I've gathered a few bits. You may have seen the video, but I recently got some stuff sent to me from Create and Craft because I've become a part of their affiliate program, and they had this big offer thing going on, and I kept some of the bits they sent because they were really pretty. So there was this little belly band that was over one of the products, so I've kept that and just folded it slightly smaller to use it as a little belly band on the page itself. But then I decided it would be a little bit better if it was fixed in place, so I've just washi taped that down with some pretty gold washi. This I found, I have a box, I have two boxes actually, of things to junk journal or creative journal. One is specific things, so letters and photos, things that, you know, are from specific events, and other things are just random pretty things. I'm not entirely sure where that little thing came from. I was at a lettering workshop, that little scrap of vellum I just put down, and I lettered one of my favourite words, plinth. And yes, for the Miranda fans out there, I also lettered the word moist as well as plinth. But yes, so I just glued that down because I thought it would be quite funny to involve. Then I had the letter that Create and Craft sent me. It was printed on the most gorgeous paper, just thought I'd add that in. And I've just cut that in, and I'm going to glue that down in pages. I'm going around the edges of a lot of things with Distress Oxide in frayed burlap, just, you know, to give it that sort of vintagey junk journaly vibe. And yeah, so I've put that one letter sort of partially underneath that little band there, just using some thin washi to cover up that little white gap between the plinth and the letter, and then I just put other two bits of the letter cut down there, and then again there was an awkward line between those, so I think I put some washi between that as well. But I took my little piece that's there that says "to the king," one of my printables, I just folded it over, stapled down the edges, and then put that little ticket inside to use it as a little pocket, and again went around the edges with the frayed burlap. Here I'm just going to use my date stamp to stamp the date. I don't do specific dates in my junk journaling. It's either the month and year, or sometimes even just the year, because I can't remember the month. And so I've put April 2019, and then I'm just going to add my journaling here. There you can see I put that wooden washi between those two bits of paper because it just looked a bit weird with a weird gap between them. And then here I'm just going to grab some stickers and just sort of add them in various places to look pretty. These are actually just completely stolen from my shop stock. These are the kind of things that are also included in the kit, so I just grabbed them from my table where I do packing and just added them into my own journaling. Little perks of the having them, I suppose, and just adding a few pretty bits here and there. I love those vellum floral stickers. They are so pretty, and because they're, you know, they're sort of like a vellum material, they're kind of see-through, so you can see things behind them, and it's all just yay for prettiness. So on this next page, I am documenting a bit of a weird thing here. I've got this cover, which is from the extended edition DVD box set of The Fellowship of the Ring. It's a good year or more ago actually this happened, but I wore out my first copy and had to buy another copy. I didn't even know you could wear out DVDs, but I still managed to do so. So I've got that, and then I've also got this receipt here. Story behind this is, basically, I was in the Oxfam bookshop, which, if anyone doesn't know, it's just a charity bookshop, secondhand books. And I was waiting for a friend, and then my eyes spotted on that little top shelf they have, you know, above the till where they keep the good stuff. I saw Lord of the Rings, and it just, my little sensors, little buzzers, Tolkien obsessed buzzers just started tingling. I just went, mate, how old and how much? And it turned out that it was a second edition first impression of the Lord of the Rings, and I had to have it because I am Tolkien obsessed. You may, my tattoos that you see in my videos, they're both Tolkien related, and I had to have them. And I've come to accept the fact that I'm never going to own a first edition. They go for like 30 to 50,000 pounds. So a second edition is probably the best that I'll ever do. It was a lot of money to spend in one go, but everyone said to me afterwards, even people who don't really understand my Tolkien obsession, they were just like, you needed to have it. You needed to have it. And they're so beautiful. And it's, the first impression is apparently quite rare because there was something in it that Tolkien didn't like an error. And he immediately insisted on a reprint. And it turns out they're worth a little more than I paid for them. But anyway, that's why I'm documenting a receipt, basically. Now, I was given a tip that if you put sellotape over a receipt, then it will preserve it. I have since found out that that is incorrect, and it will actually make things worse, and it's more likely to fade quickly. Thankfully, I have a copy of the receipt, so phew! I need to find the person who gave me that tip and tell them off as well. But yes, you can see what I've been doing here outside of my blabbing. I took that DVD cover and I'm sort of folding it and placing it in that little pocket I created with the belly band, and found an old book page that says folklore and fable. I thought that kind of went with the whole Lord of the Rings Tolkien theme. Added my journaling. I think I've written something like further evidence of my Tolkien obsession, so I put my journaling there. The other side was a bit blank, so I added that washi. That washi, by the way, it's from the range, and the reason I added the glue is just that it's not very sticky. It's very beautiful, but it's not very sticky. And then, yeah, just added like little beautiful stickers and stuff. I wanted to add that sticker, but it didn't fit on that page, so I just put it on that To the King pocket there. Just putting in my little pocket there, and I think that is it for this first junk journal process video. So there we go, guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed this. I will have some more of these coming up, and let me know if there's anything particular you want to see or anything like that. Links to things I've used, links to my shop, which obviously includes things that I've used here as well, will all be in the description box. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed losing my train of thought. Let's try that again. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments. There we go. I managed it. Well done, Grace. Time for me to go, I think. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.